It was freedom, you know.
It was tricky. Back in the old days in Cuba, in the 60s or early 70s, if you had a Beatles record, you have guaranteed the entrance to any party.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the deal.
They were
with
craving
Cuba and rock and
music.
roll. After the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962, Fidel Castro outlawed rock and roll as the music of the enemy. The ban was eventually lifted in 1966, but rock and roll remained mostly underground. And in 2004, Fidel
Just like
Castro
religion.
made a speech honoring the one and only John Lennon, casting Lennon as a man who was born a rebel and a constant victim of U.S. harassment.
Ah, here's the park.
Okay.
Groovy, groovy.
The monument was opened in 2000. You know who attended the opening? Fidel.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and that was a time when Fidel said, this guy, he was a dreamer. And I think I'm a dreamer too.
Here he is.
They have to take his glasses on and off because people steal them.
That's really cool.
Kind of looks like
I was
Ozzy.
saying that it was banned and then he became a hero. I gotta tell you, one of the highlights of the thing when I was seeing the Lennon statue.
I just find it such a strange thing.
Well, you guys always tried seeing John Lennon in Havana.
Yeah.
I thought it was a real thing.
When you learn the history of it as to why Castro put it there, was because
He was a rebel.
he was a rebel, exactly. And I think Castro probably liked the fact that John Lennon pissed off the American government. Were you team John Lennon or were you team Paul McCartney?
Both.
Yeah.
I mean, Lennon and McCartney, for me, were two of the greatest things ever happened.
This is my friend,